Hello TNM squad, welcome and welcome back to another video, guys. Yeah, welcome. If this is your first time meeting us or seeing our channel, thank you so much. Please click the subscribe button and be a family member. Okay, so guys, today we are making this Ofada sauce. This is actually someone's order. I actually craved this and then I just posted on my WhatsApp and somebody ordered, so I'm going to be making it for us. Yeah, so what I need for this, I've already gone ahead to use my processor to process my pepper mix. This is like a lot of shobo, pepper and tatache. Okay, so what I have here is very little tomato. Of course, tomato is expensive, you don't expect much, but then that's what you need for fada, right? So I have my cooked meats already. I have it there. So what I did, I just cook with our local spice. I cook with crayfish, maggi, and yeah, I cook with seasoning powder, crayfish, salt and onion. I didn't use ginger, garlic, curry and thyme. No, I didn't use those things. It's Ofada. It's meant to have this local taste. You get, not all this fancy taste. So I just added my fish seasoning, onion, maggi and salt. That's all I used to cook this meat. Okay, so this is the fish powder from Lasso. I love it so much, and I added half of this beef seasoning as well from Lasso because I'm using cow intestine, so it goes well. Okay, so yeah, that's all I added for cooking the meat. So I didn't add any of the curry, ginger and all that. No, I didn't, though you can add it. It all depends on you and how you want your own to taste, but this is what I use and it was very okay. So the other things I have on the table is the iru and onions. Of course you need iru. So yeah, I have some grinded crayfish powder. Yeah, so you need iru, of course, and I have this fish seasoning, but because I have crayfish, I'm not going to add it to the sauce, though I've added it to the meat already. So yeah, I have my washed kpanla fish, yeah, smoked kpanla, so I've already cleaned it, and this is basically everything we'll be needing for this sauce. The other one should be like salt. Yeah, it's only salt that I can't find on this table. So this is basically everything. Ofada sauce is like very straightforward. So for bleaching my oil, I just add the palm oil inside the pot I'll be using to make the sauce. So I'm adding it here because I want to show you. I don't feel like moving my tripod just yet. Okay, so I've added the palm oil I'll be needing. So how I do my own, after adding it in the pot, I will just lock it. Like, the pot cover has to fit. Okay, so you just want to lock it very well so there's no where the whole thing is coming out from. So you just want to lock it. Okay, so when you put it on the stove, you just leave it there on low heat, and once it's ready, please don't open. Allow it to cool down before you open, else there will be smoke all over your house. So while that was doing its thing, I brought out my white rice, which I've already cooked. So I'm going to wrap this in leaf because I want this leaf smell, this leaf flavor. So I only have, I think, 5 leaf, and I was trying to manage it, and this first one, thank God, this is like my own, so there's no big deal. It didn't really cover very well, but the other ones, I think they did better. So yeah, this is how I tie my rice, but I don't think this can work for moi moi because I don't know how to tie this away or leaf for moi moi. So I'm just good at using it for rice. So I'm just going to put it in this leaf because I'm not using Ofada. Personally, I don't fancy Ofada. Ofada is not like a favorite thing to me, and of course this client doesn't like it as well. So we went for white rice, but the Ofada sauce is always a banger. So we want the Ofada sauce, but not the Ofada itself. So I'm just going to make sure I wrap his own very well, and that was it. So I'm just going to round up with the wrapping, and then we'll go to the kitchen and see how our oil is doing. So I left this oil for like 8 minutes, and I know for sure that it was ready. So I just off this cooker, okay? I off it, and then I allow this to rest for another 5 minutes. That's why you're not seeing my house smoky or everywhere full of smoke. If you don't allow it to rest, you are going to open it and then start choking. So you can see how fine the oil is, or how it looks, okay? So what I do, I'm just going to fry my intestines. I'm going to fry it for some time. I just want it to be crunchy. I want it to like have this stiffness in it. So I'm going to fry this, and also I'm still going to fry the panla fish. So I always like to fry. If I'm also using eggs, I like to fry the egg as well. That's after boiling the egg. I like to fry it a bit before I add it to the sauce. So there's this texture this gives to your sauce. Like it gives you this dry texture, okay? It doesn't add any moisture to it, so it just makes everything dry. Remember, when you cook your meat, you don't need the liquid. You allow the liquid to dry in the meat, so it tastes really well, okay? So yeah, this is what the meat looks like. You can see it's looking really nice. So this order, they don't want extra chicken or anything, so they just want the sauce alone. So you can also order with, maybe you want extra turkey, you want chicken, but this particular one just want the sauce. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm still going to do the panla. So the meat is ready, and I'm just going to add the panla, stir it up a little to get it dried, and then I'm still going to take it out. So after that, I added my onion straight inside the pot. I added my iru, allowed that to simmer for some minutes, and then I added my my pepper mix, okay? So you can see how this looks like. I left this for like, say, 5 to 7 minutes and came back. You can see how dry this looks, and it's time to add your seasoning. So what I did, I added my non cubes, I added the beef seasoning, and then I just allow this thing to simmer, to marry all of the ingredients. So I added some salt as well, so everything can go well. So I want to give this a very good stir. Like, you want to stir it to make sure everything is going in. Please don't abandon your own like I did. You can see my own, even as in, it got burnt because I was busy doing other stuff before I remembered I was cooking something. So I added my fried panla fish, my fried pomo, my fried intestines, and then I'm just going to give this a good stir and allow it to simmer in low heat, okay? You want to lower your heat just so all of the ingredients, all of the meats, everything will just like marry each other and give it a very, very good taste. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm stirring very well to give it that look that it deserves. So now I'm adding more salt because I tasted and it needed a little more, so I added the salt. And yeah, at this point I'm going to add my crayfish. Yes, I added my crayfish now because you still want your crayfish strong smell after everything. So I've added my crayfish. I'm going to allow this to simmer, and as it is, you are done. Like, we are totally done. Everything is ready. So this is how simple it is and how straightforward this Ofada sauce is, okay? So yeah, I'm going to give this a good stir, allow it to like simmer for another 2 minutes before I take it down finally. I'm just showing you guys. I hope you're enjoying the turning, because me myself, when I was looking at it, I was just like, is it me that made this? You can see the colors are nice, they are not overcooked, everything is just looking good. There's no moisture because everything is well dried, okay? So yeah, this is what it looks like after 2 minutes. I left it and it's still looking really nice. So now we are going to plate my client's order, okay? So I'm using this black takeaway plate. What I did, I just covered the rice in a bowl with a clean cloth, and that's just to keep it warm, okay? So now I'm just going to put this in the plate, and I noticed the plate was kind of small, so I just went ahead and pinched it a little under. So now it fits in very well. So I'm just going to add the other one, and yeah, that's that for the rice. And I'm going to cover this. So the Ofada sauce I'm serving in that small dish. So if this was a order that has maybe plantain or maybe any other protein addition, I would have opened the leaf and added the protein and maybe just try to cover it again and then use the lid. But this one is just plain like so. It doesn't have any extra any extra protein or anything, any sides. Okay, it doesn't have any sides. So I'm going to serve the sauce now. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, there's no extra protein for this. Everything, like, you just need the sauce. So the sauce has to be like with all of the hold up yeah, all of the protein that it can get. So yeah, this is how I serve it. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Please, if by now you haven't liked, you haven't comment, you haven't subscribed, if you are new, please do me the love and do just that. Okay, I have a lot of videos coming up, and I hope you all are ready, because I'm enjoying this 40 days upload, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. That brings me to saying thank you so much. I've been seeing all of your views, all of your efforts in watching and commenting. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and then I'll cover it. Yeah, you can see how beautiful this sauce looks. If you make it, see, you're going to enjoy it. And guess what, all of the ingredients are what you have in your kitchen. So this is it, and I'm just going to like cover the sauce. And yeah, another thing I did when I covered this sauce is I use cling film. Okay, you want to use cling film. This is just so your sauce doesn't like pour away, or now these dispatch riders, some of them are not really careful, and it's not even their fault. The road might be bad, so you want to be on a safe side, so you don't end up delivering like something that has poured all over in the nylon. You don't want to deliver such a thing to your client. So using cling film like this, we hold everything together, and it's going to get to your client successfully without spilling. So this is everything. Yeah, this is my spoon pack, and yeah, that's mostly everything for the client. Now I'm going to show you my own serving. Yes, this is it, guys. This is it. So imagine if you're a Ofada rice lover, imagine your Ofada rice close to this sauce. It's going to be a banger. You understand? So me, I'm using my white rice, and everything went well. You can see how good this sauce look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, this is weekend, okay? Try and make something like this for your home. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.
I no go stop, I no go settle. My light is never gonna die.